not that easy, right?
Does the Marana Immortal count? The one with the wings? Or the Keeper of the Light?
They messed
Oni
it
with
up.
the
They
wings?
picked
They picked
Bach.
Clockwork.
Okay,
Interesting.
well,
They picked the
we did.
Clockwork into the Rubik, which is normally looked at as a pretty decent hero. Not really any amazing spells though, right? Like you don't steal anything great from Clockwork, which is fine.
It's
okay.
It's a little bit of a problem because of the lift, right? He can misplace you out of cogs, but overall you don't really care that much
They
for Clockwork.
Okay, they just picked the Spectre into Viper. I already know that Owen's upstairs, and as soon as Owen sees that, he's like, GG, Spectre does not beat Viper. Never happens. That's what he always says in our pubs and everything too. Or whenever he watches a single pro game with me casting with him, as soon as that happens, he goes, up, all right.
Okay, I
Spectre
have seen Spectre win versus Viper as well.
Yeah.
It's not impossible. You adjust your build a little bit. You go Manta, Diffu, BKB perhaps, and you play off of that. You don't go for Radiance into BKB because those two items together, it just doesn't feel great. It doesn't feel great as an item progression.
Yeah, I think it's not as broken as it was before either, where Nether Toxin was 4-second cooldown. Now what? It's like a 12-second or 14-second cooldown, so you can't actually just play around it as hardcore. You can't always make sure Nether Toxin's up.
It's still not easy to play Spectre here,
sure.
But maybe they're also thinking if we don't pick it here, they're taking it. So
I think that's definitely the thought process, yeah. I was definitely thinking the same thing.
They banned a lot of the other hard carries though, so which ones are still in the pool for 496?
Slark.
No, it's not.
Slark's banned too? Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
on the
blind.
other side.
Slark is so good here, but...
yeah. The same Lifestealer that we mentioned in the first game is open up now for 496. Sven is in the pool.
I guess they... Like, is this a lineup where they could go back for the Alchemist, or is that not an option?
It's an option for them. Why not?
Made it work
But
last time.
Yeah.
What about this gyro clock that you were talking about?
That's what I'm kind of hoping
yeah.
they do it, actually, because they loved it. They just loved it so much, and now they have setup. But when I didn't see them do it, they didn't touch it or think about it in the other two games. I was thinking maybe they just don't want it. But super active hero, I think it looks pretty strong. If it's that they like it. I don't think the hero is strong in general at all, but I think it can work if a team really likes to play around it. Besides that, I think they could also go for something just like their offlaner. I think Slardar is actually pretty nice. I love Slardar versus Spectre. I think it just ruins his entire dispersion concept.
What about something like a Beast as well? Gives you some tower push.
Beast could work.
Slardar with me is also pretty solid. I would like to see the Wyvern there on that lane though.
Yeah.
It would be a bit
I mean, they did
better.
run the Viper as the offlane previously, so they could just go back.
That sounds like what they might probably do.
Yeah.
I actually really like Death Prophet. I'm surprised nobody's picking it with all the buffs she's gotten. To the cast point on Cryptswarm, it's fast on your attack speed. Like if you're going to attack a range creep, there's no point in attacking anymore. Just use a Cryptswarm because it goes so fast. You're always going to get the last hit on it.
It was banned out last night.
It was banned last night?
I believe in the OG series, Death Prophet was banned out in one of the games.
She feels kind of back right now. I think there's an untapped potential for her for
It's
sure.
also pretty cool whenever you have Death Prophet, you can either have real saves or some slight ones. Like you have this hook shot with the cogs to protect her from anyone that's going after her. You also have Winter's Curse, you have Cold Embrace. So overall you don't have your Oracle or Abaddon or something like that, but it's pretty solid so far. It's a pretty good Death Prophet game, and she does fairly well versus Magnus on the mid lane too.
Yes. She's one of the few I feel like that can actually, I mean I say that, but Void Spirit killed him last time, but you can actually punish and bully a little bit on that mag. Tree. That one seems a little random to me. I don't see anything where I'm just like, man, Tree looks amazing here, you know?
It was picked a lot as well. The SCA, I was looking through the group stages and the playoffs, and they did pick quite a lot of Treant overall.
Usually in the first two, though, right?
Yeah.
Usually it wasn't saved.
And usually with some combo.
Yeah.
Picking Treant because of some combos. You don't really have any here. You can protect your towers a little bit, but the problem is that Prophet usually when she gets to a tower, she
commits and forces it, yeah.
The Ancient Apparition is the one banned out after the tree is picked, so are we to assume this tree is a core? Like...
I mean, maybe possible, I guess. I think we have Wyvern and we have Death Prophet. AA kind of counters both of them in a way. Not full counters, but is very strong versus both heroes.
Just to make sure type of ban?
I think so. I think also I've seen a couple teams. Was it yesterday? I saw AA cores. Maybe I don't know. Maybe that was yesterday or was it a couple?
There was a
days ago?
Treant core.
Yeah.
Didn't work out.
Didn't work out.
Okay. So let's just think about position ones that AA counters. There's still Morphling remaining and Huskar. How do you feel about
And
this?
Alchemist.
Alchemist is banned, yeah.
Pudge.
Fudge?
I haven't seen a Huskar in. Does that hero exist anymore? Is Huskar a playable hero anymore?
I'm not sure.
Temporarily removed out of rotation. We do have an Oracle ban coming out as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Slark's already banned out, so which is left? We have Morphling left. Gyrocopter left.
I mean, Morph. I like it. I like either, honestly. I think the Morph looks pretty sweet. Nice Pugna pick. Oh man, I was actually when I saw the Wyvern, I was kind of hoping that somebody would go back for Pugna. Didn't know if these teams play it, but I like it versus Viper as well too. I think in the mid lane, I don't think it's gonna be Viper, but Pugna actually does incredibly well versus Viper in mid. And I think this hero is. I think this hero is actually just straight up broken. But he is versus Clockwork. I think playing Pugna versus Clockwork is always difficult.
We have the silence as well from that Prophet a little bit later on too.
There's
and
Gyro.
they go with the gyro.
They actually did it. Cool. Awesome.
Some extra magic damage as well. Some mixed damage for all of these heroes for Pugna can definitely come in handy. But man, overall, like I'm looking at these two drafts and I like what Execration have got going for themselves once again.
Yes.
Yeah, well, 3 games in a row I like their draft, but it isn't working out.
Now they've got what? They've got the you can life drain and heal your Spectre inside the fights. You have armor for your Spectre. You have all these things buffing up. I like Execrations too, but from what I've seen from 496, and the last 2 drafts for me, 496, this wasn't their comfort. This is what we were talking about. Like their gyro Clockwork, this is their comfort. I think I have to just side with 496, even though I do feel Execrations draft's a bit better.
The odds do not agree with you this time around.
Look at that.
Yeah,
So they go a little bit towards Execration. This is just it's just the map odds, so not for the series.
I'm still going with 496. I don't care about the odds.
Fair.
Yeah, it looks good. Spectre, 3 and Pugna, there's a lot to heal the towers, to protect everyone from this initial damage coming from the Death Prophet and Gyrocopter. I think Spectre can become big enough, but according to these 2 games that we have seen, it usually doesn't happen that way.
No.
Execration makes a couple of mistakes, and 496, they capitalize on them.
Yeah, and I see fast pace. You know, Gyro's just this hero. If last game they're fighting with Alchemist, I can't even imagine what this Gyrocopter's going to do, right? He's just going to be diving tier 2s within the first 10 minutes or something. I'm hoping to see. Yeah, I mean, 496, very aggressive draft, and they've played to that style. So.
Well, we talked earlier that for 496, this is the biggest tournament that they've ever played in terms of prize pool for sure. And they are going into their potentially final game if they manage to pull this one out. Could they 3-0 clean sweep Execration? Let's find out with ODPixel and Lacoste.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yes, coming into Game 3 now, 496 versus Execration. Let's see if Execration can start to turn things around in this series, or if 496 is going to get away with a 3-0. We've seen the drafts again, the panel liking kind of what Execration's doing. Execration sort of taking a page out of the book that we saw from Game 1, 496. They've got the Magnus Spectre on their side this time that we saw success with. What do you reckon? Do you like what Execration's got, or do you feel like this Gyro Death Prophet of 496 could run them over?
It's a very fast lineup coming from 496, and they have been playing amazing. Some of these players, like, I've not been paying attention to Southeast Asia. You know, you have to do the other tournaments, you have to rest, you have to play Dota. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. But man, some of these players, they're like insanely good. If we take into consideration what Magnus did in game number 1, these are some like tier 1 plays that teams in Europe, CIS, you know, could not be able to pull off.
Yeah.
Same goes for that like item build on Doom in game 2. What he did, the target that Steve went for. All right, Owen, seems like we're gonna have a first blood already.
Yeah, very happy Gyro. 458 there with the final touch. Getting that good bit of boost to gold to start the lane. And looking at those lanes set up, so we'll see what he's gonna have to deal with. Top it is just the clock for now.
Someone had to stop me, you know, talking about this team so nicely, because I've been really impressed what they've been doing. You know, when they are playing against each other, it's pretty chaotic, and it seems like 496, they know how to adapt faster. Like, I love their decision-making in the second game, where they just kill the Spectre, and that's it. This is the game-winning mood for them.
Well, Yassi continuing as this clock just trying to push them away from the bounty will mean that 458's able to grab it. And we'll see. So yeah, set up with Raging Potato playing the Pugner here in the top lane. I mean, as a Gyro, how scared are you of these two in the lane? Are you going to be able to farm, or is this pressure going to be a little too much for you in the safe lane?
He just got a first blood, so that's some extra gold for him. But he's also with Wyvern, so there's going to be a ton of pressure. Gyro is the hero that, you know, loves the... Okay, he's... they're actually keeping a tri-lane here just to get a kill on this Treant Protector. One more hit should do the trick. Okay, Fairy Fire.
That's going to save him. Earl is going to be able to live. It's not quite able to kill him, but still pushing Execration back pretty heavily on that top lane, making sure that the space is there for 458 to hold the creep wave in a nice position. Yeah, there comes the TP as well, as 496 will resume business as the two duo lanes. As Raging Potato actually getting pretty badly here by Yassi and the battery assault, and with the Black skilled.
He should not have turned this Clockwork with Boots of Speed.
It just runs him down. Even amongst the creeps, they're getting some good procs of the battery assault. Raging Potato at level 1. No way to play his way out of that.
This is the combo that 496 have been playing for quite some time. Clockwork and Gyro, they even laid them together. Team Rocket fans, where you at?
Doing it again. Well, at least not this time. Not quite yet. Spot him. How is in the pressure on Palos? Palos 9 and 3. That BB. I mean, you heard the panel talk about Death Prophet. You know, Fog was on about how he feels this hero's got a bit of untapped potential. I mean, well, what are your sort of views on Death Prophet at the moment in this meta?
Death Prophet, for me, feels like a very solid pick. You know, it gives you that Roche potential team fight. It's the hero that scales, benefits a lot from the neutral items, depending what you get. But, you know, just overall, I would say it's a sleeper hero. It's very unused in the current meta.
On top lane, Yassi continuing to just stop this Tree and Pugner getting in the face of the Gyro. And he's able to have the creeps underneath his towers. We'll see if he's able to get a lot of them, though, as he's starting to miss a few. CS favouring Palos and Ken, these two at the moment, off to the best of starts. The Magnus and the Spectre. It's top lane. A push back onto Earl, but this time he's able to get himself hidden in the trees in time. 458 can't run him down at this moment in time.
Interesting. No points in a rocket barrage on Gyro. Just rocket into 2 flak cannon levels.
Oh, mid lane. Ken. He's going to go for this onto Hung Hung, but Hung Hung has got the Fairy Fire. Ken gets away with it. Some great aggression from the Magnus, seizing the opportunity, just diving in on the Spectre under the tower, knowing that he'll have just enough damage to get that kill.
Viper does not have a bottle, so 496 will have to check the runes, you know, just to steal those from Mag, to not give him the snowball potential. Spectre on the bottom lane, just a crown, you know, to show them who the real king is.
And he certainly is down it. Free farm for Palos. No sort of pressure really slowing him down early. It seems like the Wyvern and Death Prophet combo just in these early levels doesn't do enough to scare the Spectre at all.
I believe that's level 25 Wyvern, if you look at the icons on top.
It is. Master tier. So we can expect some big plays and a good game to do it as well. One of those solid counters against the Magnus and his RP. As long as he can find the positioning, and yeah, at level 25, you'd hope that his positioning is going to be on point.
Bombi Wyvern. It seems like a cartoon character.
The top. See if they can get Yassi. Battery assault. Pox as he holds Raging Potato inside of the cogs. Raging Potato. And he's going to go down. Again, the two of them, they're getting a lot of kills for 458 to be involved in. He may turn a be killed though. No, okay, he's got stick charges. He's good.
Clockwork needs to bring some extra regen, like he's getting the kills in this lane, and he needs to keep his Gyro alive. You know, when someone's being good bro to you, you need to give it back.
I gotta share the love. Make sure that the balance is there. Bounty runes out. Execration. 2 for 2. Bombi not able to get quite back in time. Zara too speedy with the boots and with those double verifiers ready for anyone goes on him. Top lane, Potato again in the cogs. Yassi, he's just finding these setups each and every time. They do lose the gyro for it this time round. Finally some revenge is had. Bottom lane, Palos, nuke down low. Will live, mid lane. Zara with the rotation helps Ken get the kill on mid for a second time now in that mid lane where they've been able to kill off Hung Hung.
Vyvern is lurking around. This could possibly be a kill on Spectre, but she is tanky. Extra armor from Living Armor and the tower, but
that BB.
It's not going to be enough.
Yeah, Siphon on the creep at this stage is going to give him barely any HP at all. But the Spectre's down. They do manage to take him out the lane, and Palos was free farming up until this point. So at least some sort of slow on him. He's got the drums still finished though, so these early little items going to make the Spectre feel pretty strong, and coming into the level 6. They've got to be careful, 496 for those early haunt plays. Top lane Yassi.
Oh.
I mean, he's gotten away with it a few too many times. This time Raging Potato being a little more careful. Needs to be so. 0-4-1 on this top lane. This Raging Potato has been caught out quite a few times by this clock.
Clockwork keeps pulling, keeps stacking, is getting good levels on the hero. I see Urn of Shadows queued up, like they are definitely going to need Spirit Vessel once again. Caught inside of the cogs.
Missiles coming over. It won't be enough damage though. Still, with the rockets and the flak, it nearly was. Raging Potato nearly going down. He'll now try and turn towards Yassi, gets the slow off with the Decrepify. He has to be very careful though, very low on the Pugna right now. 458 waiting on the high ground.
It's just a waste of mana, you know, using the Decrepify there, going for the blast. He has Tranquil Boots, will regen up. And you're the one who's losing this region battle. Mid lane.
Alright, it's going to make sure that a lot of tower hits are coming in onto Hung Hung, and with the Horn coming in from Palos, they'll look for the play. Cold Embrace buys some safety for Hung Hung, but they've still got the Shockwave to pull him in. Skewer as well to finish off the kill.
Viper is really struggling this game. This is the third time that he got caught.
Execration off to a fantastic start for Palos and for Ken in particular. Top lane, this time he's going to be the right side of the cogs for himself. Raging Potato, as he won't get caught. They'll try and turn onto Yassi. Again, having to respect this gyro though. Hard to pass by him. He's level 7 at the moment, 458. Very early on.
Oh, the dream for Spectre. Has Mag in the team, just picked up an Iron Talon.
Yassi, caught out by the movement of RR. Didn't quite expect him to be able to get in and get that grab. So Rubik coming in, trying to relieve some of the pressure that's been put onto this Raging Potato Pugna. He has had a bit of a rough lane so far, but still, bottom. That PB, getting aggressive with the Ghost. Putting this early pressure onto the tier 1 tower. The clock on his way over as well. Let's see if they can hold on to this tower. They're going to want to do their best as Earl. Actually out of mana though, so no living armor to offer up. And now Earl actually out of options. He's caught in the cogs. Yassi's able to get him.
Yassi all over the place with this Clockwork. What is he involved? 5 out of 6 kills, getting the levels, which is very important on that Clockwork. And I mean, they just swapped the kind of lanes. It's still a position for Clockwork, you know, just supporting Gyro on top.
Mid. You get this aggression here. The Gyro is trying to go in with the cooldown, but the counterplays there with the RP grabs the turn. There's 458, got the damage to take down this Mag. He's trying with the Rocket Barrage and the flak. It's not enough though, as Raging Potato turns with the life drain. The Shockwave from Ken finishes him off. Can Execration get more here? Can they punish 496 any heavier? Doesn't look like it. Bombi's out with the Arctic Burn. Yassi's able to walk away, but that was some very deep plays there from 496, bringing in the Gyro, trying to get him past that tower, and he ends up dying for the effort.
Living Armor plus Pugna's Drain, it's gonna be very hard for 496 to actually get a kill in the mid game if they just use these two abilities defensively. That's why they need Spirit Vessel as soon as possible. Clockwork, that's not a good place to be.
Oh, he may get the rune. And he will. Gets the rune. Loses his life for it. Hung's going to get a bit of a taste of his own medicine there. Zara kicks back with the stolen Viper Strike. Kennen as well with the shockwave pull. Decrepify, life drain, offers up some heals to Ken. Ken goes in with the skewer. Hung trying to hold his ground. He cannot do so. The Viper goes down yet again. Will at least set up for Bombi to take down Ken in return, and now 458's back in on the action. Homing missile, heading the way of RR. DatBB also TPing over to get involved. Living Armor starting to heal up the Rubik, and they won't actually be able to commit on him, as the Rubik will live, and Raging Potato also able to run away. 496 unable to catch anything further.
496 just wanted to change the target. I think they had a kill on Pugna if this gyro got close.
On top, Yassi. I mean, he's the man that's given on the show this time round, finding the Spectre. That tick of the battery cell getting him just before the TP was successful. He just seems to know where they all are this clock. He's getting catch after catch.
Pretty even game so far. We have 19 kills, 11 minutes in. The classic Southeast Asian Dota. Another Dead Prophet ulti pop.
Yassi. Got the 6, goes in with a hook shot onto RR. Overgrowth holds him down, they lose the clock. DatBB making it over with the Siphon onto RR. Bombi just dropping the curse to control the Pugna, buying time for DatBB to finish off the Rubik. Head now over towards the Pugna to get that kill as well.
Oh, Spectre with the Haunt. I don't think she's gonna get anything out of this.
Oh,
okay,
Ken.
there's the Mag.
Yeah, Mag coming in from the side. Palace's presence still not necessarily needed, as Ken would have had that on his own. We're still getting involved for a bit of XP and gold share.
Dire are scanning.
And still, yeah, the farm of Ken and Palos is going to be very hard for 496's heroes to catch up with. They're trying their best to get some stacks going for the gyro. Got a nice one going here. So a lot of potential money for the gyro to sweep up, and that in itself would help him close the gap early. But it is just, yeah, another close start from these teams. 12 to 11. Ken, how are we doing? The Echo Saber, yeah, he's just a few hundred gold away from having it. That's top. Yassi, another catch has been found. He's caught himself Earl. Got to watch out for this clock. Yassi's moves continuing to set up success for his team.
Spectre just keeps farming Iron Talon and has Mag to empower her. Like, it's just gonna be one scary Spectre, the same one that we've seen in the game number 1. Gyro with the Mask of Madness, okay. Not the build that I've at least seen lately, but it's gonna help out clear the stacks.
Yeah.
You know, it's an item that can easily be disassembled at one point. You get Satanic, you get Butterfly from it, and it increases your farming potential.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh, we have it, 496.
Dire's courier has been
As well as Execration, both teams going to meet each other head on with the smoke. Oh, it's going to be caught in the front. It'll drop the overgrow. Skewer across, but the silence coming out from DatBB, stopping any instant follow-up from the Magnus. Very nice quick plays from DatBB, and one of the spells that's going to be the most disruptive early on in these sort of fights, these skirmishes that both teams love to do. That silence, incredibly long and strong early on in the game, even just with the 1 point in it.
That is one of the most underrated spells in the game. It's a pretty big AoE silence, and I always get surprised. Oh, Dead Prophet has a silence. I don't know how you feel about it, but it's you know, one of those spells that you know it's there, but you never kind of expect it.
No, and as you say, just the reach of it and the duration. It's something like, I think, 4, 5, 6, 7 on the levels. It's a long silence. And good DP in each of the fights will always be able to find the target.
One thing 496 needs to focus is Pugna's Ward. They have very high mana cost abilities, Dead Prophet ulti and Vibrant ulti, so they need to be careful about that one.
There we go. Smoke from Execration. They want to try and hit back with the Exorcism out of the picture. What can they find? Nobody down here right now. There's 496 relatively prepared, sticking together in their own jungle. It's going to make it very hard for Execration to get in. Palace.
Someone's coming there.
It's going to find Yassi, but can't really commit on it. And as I say that, they do split up. As DatBB ends up breaking away from the rest of the squad. The rest of the squad are looking for Palos. And with those hits, they'll find it. So they lose the DP and the clock, but they do get that big old Spectre kill. Can Raging Potato find anything else? He's looking over towards Bombi. Still with the pathing, he's into the safety of the Roche pit.
I still feel like it's a good trade for 496. You know, just killing that Spectre. It's also Viper against Spectre, so at every single stage of the game you're gonna have that break unless Spectre decides to buy BKB, which I saw that some Spectre do, you know, when they play into Viper.
Yeah, I feel like that you do kind of have to down the line if, you know, if you're not sort of stomping or winning the game already. It's top. Set up there from DatBB, quickly with the curse. Earl standing close by. There's nothing he can do to help though, and he's only just gonna put his own life in danger. There's lots of great ways for 496 to initiate these fights, whether it be the curse or the hook shot. Execration, if they are caught out one by one, 496 can very easily shut them down in these early team fights. As on lane, Kent out with the TP, top lane 496 finish the tower. Will start to focus their way towards the mid lane.
Gyro's getting 2 farming items. He just finished off Mask of Madness and now getting Aghanim Scepter. So he's gonna be scary. He just wants to keep up with the farm that Spectre can do with Iron Talon plus Empower.
Yeah, with those 2 items, he's absolutely going to be able to do that. And have that bit more of an impact in the fights as we've been seeing. You know, still Palace, he needs to kind of get that first major item done before he feels too safe in these 5v5s. Mid lane Yassi, another catch, kicks back onto the Rubik. Missiles heading over, there'll be a TP in from Earl, but Earl can't do anything to help the Rubik. And again, he's been dusted, he's got to be careful, stay hidden. We'll stick to the trees and we'll make it out of there, but now the pressure coming in on mid. With these ghosts, DatBB can look to finish off this tier 1 tower. Earl trying his best to keep it alive. They've got the fortification and the living armor, but the creeps are moving in. Can Reggie Potato and Ken do anything to stop this push? They'll come in to join forces with the tree. They've got the combos, the Horn, Overgrowth, and RP are there. It's Ken. Tries to go for the catch, won't be able to get it. They'll have to...
Tower? Oh, they were thinking.
Yeah,
whether we
they were.
deny it with 1 hit, or do we try to heal it to 3? And I mean, if somehow, you know, they don't push, and then you can heal up the tower, you got so much value out of that. They found the Philly.
I'll see who gets it this time on 496. I imagine who's holding on to that.
I think Wyvern's not the best hero to hold it.
Yeah, 'cause you
you
wanna
give it
punch.
the clock. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have a 50 damage talent
Yeah.
on level 10, so you want to give it to Clockwork instead. I mean, you can still hold it and just put it in the backpack mid-fight. But Clockwork wants to get that Spirit Vessel as soon as possible, so I guess you give it to him.
Yeah, Vessel's going to be very important this game. I mean, for both teams as well, I guess. Is anyone on Execration building the Vessel? I mean, who would actually? I mean, can they...
Treant is not getting it. I saw he's going for Meteor, and they're definitely Rubik not getting one.
Yeah, always very nice to have against the DP, even despite DP obviously having the Yules build up, still
DP
many
Wyvern.
opportunities to do it, yeah. The Embrace as well. But I guess just the nature of their draft, they just don't really have a hero that wants to go for that early on. They've all got their other items higher up on the shopping list, and there's one of them, Meteor Hammer, comes to a completion for Earl.
It's a full Aghanims completed on Gyrocopter, Mask of Madness, about to hit level 15. This hero is extremely farmed.
Yeah, I mean, it is just the fact that he is keeping up with an empowered Spectre, and obviously Magnus is self-empowered in that way as well. Like, these are 2 empower heroes, and 458, he's keeping toe-to-toe with them. I'm going to try for a smoke move. They also do show the Gyro in the lane. Scan out from Execration, they themselves also smoking, heading over towards the Roche. See who's able to get the jump, but both teams, all ultimates good to go. It looks like they will end up avoiding one another. DD spotted in the river for 496. This will be a lovely pickup for the Gyro if they can get something going with it. The mid-tier 1 tower will be what they want to finish off. And with that DD there, Probably going to be happy to just go for it here, as they're going to be happy if Execration take a fight. Yassi, he's able to start things off with the reaching onto Raging Potato. The Haunt comes out, trying to give Execration the info on what's going on, but they've already lost Raging Potato. They cannot protect the Pugna. Now the mid lane push comes in.
Very, very greedy build from Pugna this game. Like, he definitely needed to get the Force Staff, like a first item possibly against the Clockwork, because this hero just completely rips you apart. And against the Viper, against the Rocket, he has a Glimmer and Ether Lens. I remember a game where Nisha played Pugna without Ether Lens, just going for Veil of Discord as the first item. Double damage plus Exorcism, more than enough to go into Roche Pit and just try to finish it.
Okay.
Oh, Mag.
Does he want to do this?
He got the Spirit Vessel on him, so he can't blink in. Pretty smart.
Does he want to go for the skewer play? They're in with the Spectre. Roshan goes down. They get the kill, Execration, but the Aegis still picked up by 458. The Winter's Curse into the cooldown. They're going to be dying in the pit for this one as the Treant falls. Ken as well goes down. And they got the last hit on Roche, but the Aegis still being claimed by 458's Gyro. Whoa!
Okay, that almost hit him unintentionally. 496, which with a much better, execution of team fights, better decision making, what they need to do. They were just completely controlling the Magnus, not allowing him to use RP at all with the Yule Scepter from Dead Prophet to good Winter's Curse.
Bombay out with the TP, he's away. Same to be said if Yassi. When he control, nothing more than the slow from the Decrepit fight. I mean, that fight around the pit as well. I mean, Execration, they definitely had to go for it, but it was just always going to be so hard, right? With the team fight counters on 496, the curse, the cooldown. It was a risky play, but a play that you can see why the temptation was there. They're outside the pit, they've got their RP, but 496 just able to control them that little bit better.
Now they have almost full 4 minutes of Aegis to work with. No Dead Prophet ulti, however, but I still feel like they're going to put some pressure in. Oh, they know where he is. They just planted an Observer Board inside the trees just to catch Treant Protector.
And he goes for the kill, 458. Nearly losing the Aegis there. Won't be the case as Raging Potato doesn't quite have enough damage with that life drain to kill him.
When I said Observer Board, I meant Sentry, and they were just flying over with Wyvern.
Yeah, leaving no place for Earl to hide. Now, so every single move and fight, it's just allowing the Gyro to get further and further ahead. Palos, he's nearly got the Diffusal. We'll see what he's able to get done with that Manta Diffusal done. As it feels like they're going to have to start finding some action for this Spectre. Otherwise, this Gyro is just going to get bigger and bigger to the point where Spectre will horn in. 458 just pops the BKB, and with the rest of his team, they could just turn and kill Palos.
On paper, it sounds like a very good Rubik game, but I don't think we've seen too much out of Rubik. Like, there's some really nice spells to steal, Exorcism, Curse, but they were not giving it away. And also Nether Toxin just to break Viper. A lot of bangs.
Oh, they found the potato. Can he get out? He can't. Hook shot's there to hold him in. Earl again popping the overgrowth, but it's just an attempt to try and save himself. The ghosts are out. The creeps moving in on mid. There's 496. They should be able to find this tier 2. Is there anything that Execration can do? A man down. The curse. The setup's there behind the tower. They're just diving in. The curse into the 3-man silence is going to allow them to kill off Earl. Palos has to get out with the dagger. They'll lose the Rubik as well. Buyback coming out from Earl as they'll turn, take down DatBB. 458 now with the second life. Ken popping the RP, screwing him right up to the tier 3. Cold Embrace keeps him alive for now, but the Meteor comes crashing down. Have they got the damage to keep this Gyro safe? He's getting low. Will fall. They finally get the Gyro, but damage being done by 496's RR. Brought back for this as a dieback on the Rubik. The rest of them getting out of there. The Haunt chase from Palos as he turns over towards Bombi, but Bombi with the TP's out and away.
Man, Bombi has been amazing throughout this whole series. 2 games in Phoenix and this one on Wyvern. You know, just going from the side, landing a 3-man curse, just breaking a team fight, allowing them to get 2 kills. I just want to see who got the kill on Gyrocopter because he was godlike.
Oh yeah, you're right. That would have been a lot of gold. Spectre's gold shifted up the most, so if that fight recap's accurate, I guess it was the Spectre. Yeah, it was Spectre. So that,
Perfect.
I guess, yeah, perfect. Perfect for Palos. After that defusal, it's going to bump him up straight into starting to work on that Skadi.
That's one way to counter that regeneration and lifesteal. If you don't have a Spirit Vessel, Skadi is just an insanely good item right now.
Yeah, a very hefty reduction on that sort of sustain that these heroes are relying on. I mean, we're seeing that the cold embraces have been coming in clutch about Bombi with the saves, and suddenly that is, it's going to be a bit more of a liability in these fights once the Skadi's in play. He's got to be very careful how he looks to try and heal his teammates up. And he knows that just trying to get the 4-star done, so he's got other ways of keeping his friends alive other than using the cold embrace. Yeah, you say positioning's just been perfect. 3-0-15. They've never been able to get on top of this Wyvern. Never getting caught out, Bombi.
Next Roche may respawn in 2.5 minutes, which is kind of far away. Pagna, I see Eon Disc queued up, so he does not want to get blasted straight away, either from Winter's Curse or from Clockwork.
Yeah,
That's one of the best items you can get when you're playing against like a Chronosphere, Curse. Oh, close one.
Yeah, very, very close. This Potato won't make it away, and yeah, I mean, he just has to build as defensively as he is. We're seeing each and every time. 496 just catching this Pugna. It's been a bit of a rough start from Raging Potato. There's 4, maybe even 5 deaths in the lane, sending off to a pretty difficult mid game, but he's starting to recover. He's getting himself back up on the board. Top lane. Talking about the Potato. It's going to get turned upon here. This rough game is going to continue. Another death on the Potato. See if they could get anything more. Earl, it's going for the Meteor Hammer. RP from Ken does manage to catch the 2 of them. Gets the Clock and the Wyvern with the Haunt coming in. They'll get the clean up. Now they'll turn over towards the Gyro, and there's no one around to save him. The Gyro falls. The Magnus is able to just turn and TP out. DapBB and Hung Hung, can they get Palos? They need to find something out of this. But Palos and the Illusions is hitting hard onto DapBB. DapBB's got to split. He's got to back off. Earl trying to chase, won't have the damage to kill him. As now, Meteor Hammer being used. Hung Hung, he's in range of it. Stands his ground, but gets caught up by the stun. Palos has come back in. He's going to be able to kill off the Viper.
It should be a team wipe.
See what he can do here is the heals for the Siphon are giving some safety towards the Death Prophet, but it's not going to be enough. Execration take down every single one of them, and Palos is alive for the entire cleanup.
Spectre had level 20 in that team fight, having extra 500 HP plus a Soul Ring, that's 1,000. And now getting full Skadi. The problem is they just got caught by Magnus. It was a sick skewer into RP play, followed up by a good Spectre Haunt. I mean, when you say good Spectre Haunt, she presses a button, but you know, she presses at the exact timing when it's needed. Good Curse. Let's see what they can do with it.
That TP's coming in as well. As Palos. I mean, it is, as you say, Bombi again just finding these setups. And whoa, Yassi coming in to secure that one.
700 gold for Clockwork. Just from that kill.
Yeah, he's a happy man.
And now they're scouting Roche. 40 seconds until Roche is up. They're going to have 30, 35 seconds of window when Spectre's not going to be alive.
Oh, mid. He should be okay. He's still got BKB in the TP. So Ken, if he feels under too much pressure, he'll be able to get out of there. Yeah, he's just going to pot the BKB. Still have to be a little careful. That Siphon bringing him low. Silence thrown up for DapBB, catches out the Treant and the Pugna. Raging Potato off to the side. 4-5-8's here though with a wraparound. As he's coming in onto Raging Potato, the missile will get redirected over towards RR. 496 cleaning up more. As you say, this crucial timing now with Roshan respawning. If they're able to check that out.
They can scout it with either rocket or just put the courier. And this is a flashback for me, what they did in game number 2, where they just killed the Spectre and finished the game off. I mean, I don't think they can finish the game right here, but this is a kind of a play, you know, that allows them to come back into the game. Also, I think Execration just overextended there with Spectre, and everything after that was kind of bad execution.
Another curse it. As they control Ken, his BKB still on cooldown. He's got nothing to remove all these debuffs. I mean, Bombi on the Wyvern.
Yep, I see Gyrocopters pinging out that Roche, so they know it's up. 70 seconds without mag. I don't think you can take this fight. Oh, Quiver. Sometimes I feel like Quiver is one of the shittiest items you can get, but on certain heroes it feels like, yeah, this is it. Like, I want to have it. On your Enchantress, on Viper, even Gyro can hold it if he does not have anything better. Yeah, he's holding it for now. You know, True Strike, some extra magical damage, extra range, and this is a free Roche for them.
This time they'll get the kill as well as the drops from it. Aegis and Cheese for 496. That net worth lead that Execration got after getting that team wipe on 496 a few moments ago up top has just been completely nullified. They've got to be careful. I mean, if you're Execration in these fights, like what are you trying to do that's different? I mean, surely you got to get someone on top of this Wyvern. Bombi's just been able to play his team fights perfectly every time.
Who's that hero? I mean, they need something like a Treant scouting them out from the backlines and Spectre initiating with a Haunt, but Wyvern already has a defensive item, so it's not going to be that easy.
No, the difficulty definitely amping up with Execration, you know, losing these fights. Just giving the opportunities for 496 to really take over. 458 remaining at the top of this net worth graph against these empowered cores. Doesn't matter, him with the Ags and picking up some insane farm this game.
Best part about Enchanted Quiver on Gyro is that it works with the side cannon.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, so like you basically off cooldown, it's always getting a hit in instantly. An easy passive farm for 458 as he sweeps the map. Also finding that Titan Sliver. But as you say, well, he's going to swap out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great item, you know, but if you get something better, as I said, you're going to swap it out.
Yeah, I mean, what would you consider better at that tier? What, Sliver, Paladin?
Paladin, Sword, for sure.
They'd be the two, right? They're the two main, like, sort of across the board items that carries are most excited to find.
And you can give Enchanted Quiver either to Viper. You know, Viper reduces their magic, so it has a lot of synergy, or you can just give it to Winter Wyvern. He's also a hero that can easily hold it.
Oh. Now, did you take the Paladin or the Sliver? I feel the Paladin, yeah. Paladin for sure.
Paladin got nerfed, but it's still a great item, especially if you want to combine it with Satanic.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's going to make him very tanky and obviously brilliant with the side gunner, as we've seen many times.
Yep.
That boosted lifesteal, even when you're locked down, getting those heals off the side gunner hits. And trying for the grab there, Yassi. He's going to chase that. He goes for the hook shot onto the Magnus. I mean, that was... it's like, you try and skewer me, I'm going to hook shot you, buddy. Ends up dying for it.
And instantly buys back.
And they've also got the full Ags done on Viper now. So massive amounts of just attack speed, slow, and damage to throw out. Always a huge fan of the Agnum's Viper pickup. Mid. Gonna go in. Raging Potato. Eon's is procced. He's forced out to the side. 458's getting low. Ken goes with the RP on the high ground.
The second buyback.
He's going to have to skewer himself away. As Raging Potato will force himself out, will live. They've surrounded Palace, though. They've just lost the Spectre on the front of this.
And that's a dieback. They lost the Aegis, but they managed to kill Spectre. Pugna's doing so much.
Let's see what they can do on the high ground push. Palace, he's going to have to buy back for this, surely. As they're pushing Ken. Trying to sneak in with the Silver Edge, but 458, he says she's just going to pop the BKB for this one. Push on. Creep Wave has been killed off Ken. Gets the grab onto Hung, but with that Viper Strike, he throws it out onto the Magnus. And Magnus, can he get back to the fountain in time? He can, only just. Ken will be able to get back and start healing up. But the space is being made for them to push Execration away from a possible defense, finish off the tier 3 tower.
Radiant's middle tower
They will be careful. I mean, they're still a little spooked out by the fact that they feel that, they know that the Spectre has got buyback.
And it's a smart move from 496. Instead of trying to go for barracks, which they could not get, you're playing against a Treant, a Skewer, the Cripify. You just don't have enough damage to actually kill the barracks, so they go and pick up 4 bounties. That's a full Titanic right now on Gyro.
Yeah, even if Kem finds an RP, it's going to be very difficult for them to blow him up there. They're going to try and poke.
Pagna deals a ton of damage.
Yeah, it did. I mean, that was most of HP, but there's the quick count. The quick heals up to full from 458. It's the Satanic now delivered. And Ken's still on the hunt. He's coming in up to the high ground. Got to be a little careful, though. 496 are all around.
Gem on Clockwork.
Let's see what Yassi can find. He's going to go over the hook shot. He's found Raging Potato. The Aeon Disc will protect him for now. Missile's going to be heading his way. The rest of Execration just splitting up. It's like 496 will continue to try and chase down the Potato. Another force. An attempt to get him away. Won't keep him safe as Hung's in with the magic damage of the Vibe Strike. Ken going for the RP onto the Wyvern. Will do the
That's a
job.
great target.
He's taken Bombi out. There's no threat of the Winter's Curse counterplay now. And now Hung will also fall. That BB chasing forward with the Yule's Control and the Siphon onto Palos. But Palos, he's into the trees with the dagger. That BB, can he get anything out of this? Ken sneaking around with the
Has a Blink Skewer.
Just got to get the control onto the Death Prophet, dragging that BB back. They'll bring down the Prophet. 458 popping the BKB. The Cheese goes for the TP out. Nothing to cancel through it, so he'll escape. A strong fight from Execration, and as you said, in this, with the way that Bombi's been playing, they've got to find him. And Ken, at this point, he's just dropping the RP on the Wyvern every fight.
That's a smart move because Wyvern does so many things, It gives them vision during the night, that split against the RP, split up the fight, healing them up. It's the perfect target. Also, I would love to see, after this fight, Aeon Disc on Wyvern. Because, you just have to live, and no one's going to buy Nullifier anytime soon.
Dire structures are fortified.
There we go, down mid. Execration, after that fight, ready to do some damage themselves. Tier 2 is gone. 496, they shouldn't need to buy back on the two of them. They can protect the buybacks in both the DP and the
Alrighty. Check what Pagna's doing. Has a gold scepter for himself. Full Ethereal Blade queued up. Just wants to be able to save people during Winter's Curse with either the Cripify or that, and the magical damage is insanely good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we saw already, even against the Gyro earlier, and they find anyone out alone, he's going to do a heavy amount. Level being picked up here. I mean, that's another nice item for these carries, but it's still hard to sort of make the case against the Paladin sword. He'll hold on to it though for the base pushing. I'd imagine Paladin for the fighting, Leveler for the sieging. A close match here, just 1k gold in it. 39 minutes in coming up.
Flicker is such a good item. Once it came out, I thought, why is this a tier 4 item? Then it got buffed a bit. And now I feel like it's one of the best ones in certain situations.
Look at what's the cooldown? It's just super low.
It's a 4-second cooldown.
Wait, is it 4?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So you get a free strong dispeller.
Free
every 4
dispel,
seconds?
yep.
Wow. Yeah. That's
Fade Bolt gone.
Pretty
Cripify gone. You name it.
yeah. You're just jumping all over the place. Sure, sometimes you're a little closer, but who cares? Most of the time when you're pressing Flicker, you're pressing it because you're about to die or get controlled anyway. So it does give you that chance.
Radiant are scanning.
Let's see. Smoke up as Execration. At the moment, just seeing the clock down on this bottom lane. I'll also now see the Gyro. It's taking this outpost back before the 40th minute. Make sure they do get their share of the experience. And Timeless Relic, we'll see who wants to grab that. I guess you're dropping that over to the... Well, as you said, Flicker's nice.
They have Princess Knife and Viper.
Mm-hmm.
it's an item that Viper would love to pick up, because, you know, he's all magical damage. Wyvern can hold on to Prince's Knife, but I believe Wyvern's holding on to...
For the telescope.
Telescope? Yeah.
Someone needs that, right? Someone's going to want to hold that for the team.
And I talked about the Eon disc. Wyvern instantly queues that one up. It's just insanely good against the mag. You know that they can't just straight up kill you.
Yeah.
Gyro, my man, huh? Look at that. Okay.
I mean, it's, you know, you've got Satanic Paladin and Ags. You know, it's the perfect build-up to get away with the Rapier and feel pretty safe, right? With that build, even if you do get caught out by a stun, you're still going to have some hefty lifesteal going on. So you can get away with it. And this game is close. They definitely need something, 496, to try and push it over the edge, out-carry the Spectre, and Rapier certainly would be that item. Still just a few thousand away from it. Same to be said about how we're looking on the Spectre. 4,300 gold over this Gold Basher. Playing a little careful with how much he spends up their palace, you'd imagine. Both teams just making sure they do have buybacks, the Spectre in particular, for those buyback horn plays. If he does end up being the one getting initiated on. Roshan. This time Execration the ones to start it. 496 are aware. You're going to have to make a move soon though. It's down to half HP.
Rocket is scouting out of the pit, so they don't know what Spectre is doing. Gyro needs to go in.
And charging in straight away. And that BB's going to pop the ghost. They get the jump on him though. The RP, the curse, Bombi, just in time. He saves that BB. That curse could have been at a better time there. Bombi with the perfect counterplay saves the Death Prophet, and because of that they can turn and kill off the Spectre. The buyback horn play will come out from Palace as he's ready to return to the fight. Looking over towards 458. 458 getting low. They've taken him out. Ken gets double. Multiple buybacks, triple buybacks coming out from 496 around this pit. They know that the Pugner and the Rubik are out of the game without any re-entry available. They're dead for a minute.
And they know there's no Spectre, but Mag used RP with the Arcane Rune, so it's going to be up once again in 50 seconds. I still don't think they can contest the Roche. But man, that ulti from BB.
And just coming in like that, Bombi, that
Sorry,
curse.
Bombi, yeah.
The curse timing there, I mean, that is, you know, one of the most clutch curses I've seen in a while. Just, that BB he was basically dead. He was one hit away. It looked like the curse was going to come out, and it would be one of those cases where just some stray bit of damage hit him and he still died, but he didn't. The curse saved his life, and because of that, 496, they now walk out of that engagement with all the benefits of Roshan.
Cheese and Aegis. Gyro still has that Divine Rapier queued up. If they can kill Spectre, barely misses.
Very close. Actually starting to just go for the tier 4s here, 458. Ken? He's going to be able to get the skewer back. It's a deep skewer right close towards the fountain. 458 needing assistance. Telekinesis dragging him into the fountain. Pops the BKB before the Aegis. He's not going to have it here for the second life. The Ghost from the Exorcism continue to beat down on the tier 4. Jump in from Ken. Goes for the RP. He's caught out the Wyvern and the Death Prophet. Skewer across onto 458. That's 2 heroes down without buyback. 458 also going to go down. That's 4 heroes gone for 2 minutes. Is that going to be long enough for them to just end the game?
They're going mid. I think they have enough time. You have Spectre with Empower, and you have Mag with the Empower Daedalus plus Orb of Destruction.
That's it.
This is why these abilities that allow you to reposition enemy heroes are the best in the game right now. He also has a talent to increase his skewer range, and Rubik was just spawning out. So he literally took him from tier 3 tower and next to the fountain.
All on Yassi now, and he's doing it smart. He's doing it smart here, grabbing the creeps. He's still got a cogs. I mean,
Please kill me. Yeah, that was the plan. Instant buyback.
Yeah. Can Yassi do it? Yassi against the world right now. His whole team dead for extended durations because of the buybacks in that last fight. And that little moves like that, is it going to buy enough time? They're just going straight towards him. They want to kill the clock. He's got a Ghost Scepter.
Oh, he's buying
Every
time.
little second that he's buying, the skewer's off the mark, he'll still go down.
There was no one in fountain. Sadly, all of his teammates were dead, so the hook shot did not connect.
Did he buy enough time though? 20 seconds
I don't think it's enough.
Is it? They're going to have Wyvern and Viper up at 20. There's a Winter's Curse.
Mag's going all in. He just bought a Deso.
Yeah, they're closing it up. It's going to be a little too fast. Execration will do it here in this third game. The Ancient falling. As well. I mean, couldn't get more back and forth than that one. Some clutch plays from both sides.